Our model has been absolutely locked in lately. The hit rate has been crazy, and the accuracy on these picks is starting to speak for itself. We are not just throwing random bets on the screen. Every selection is filtered through the data, the match tempo, team form, goal trends, market movement, and the exact type of line that gives us the best value. So make sure you stay and watch the whole video, because we are going to show you why these picks made sense, how the recent results backed the model, and where the edge came from. And after the profit recap, do not leave, because we also have today's picks ready to go. Previous results show the process. Today's card shows the next opportunity. Stay locked in, watch the full breakdown, and let's keep this run going. Quick note before we get into today's card. We didn't upload yesterday, so instead of showing the usual yesterday's profit recap, today we're covering the previous 2 days together. Same transparency as always, just a 2-day catch-up. Fortuna Düsseldorf against Dynamo Dresden was a clean German 2. Bundesliga goals play. Over 2 Asian goals, and the game gave us 4. That's exactly the type of tempo we want from this league. Open spaces, chances both ways, and the overlanding comfortably. Al Hazm against Al Riyadh came through in the Saudi Pro League with over 2 Asian goals. A 2-to-1 type of match is perfect for this line. It was not about needing chaos, it was about trusting the game to find that third goal, and it did. Red Star 93 against Guingamp was pure French League 2 action. Over 1.5 goals, and this one gave us 5. That's one of those picks where the market asked for 2 goals, and the match completely cleared the line. Monza against Modena was the one that didn't go our way. Italian Serie B can be tight, and this one stayed locked at 1 goal. Over 1.5 needed one more moment, but the game never opened enough. Not every slip lands, but we keep it honest. Napoli against Cremonese was a strong Serie A read. Napoli full-time result, and they handled the job with a 4-0 win. That was a clean favorite spot. No drama, no sweat, just Napoli taking care of business. Stade Lyonnais against Vaduz was a sharp Swiss Challenge League bet builder. X2 double chance with over 1.5 goals. Vaduz brought the stronger side energy. The goals came, and the builder landed exactly how it was supposed to. RB Leipzig against Union Berlin was another solid Bundesliga builder. Leipzig or draw, plus over 1.5 goals. Leipzig controlled the vibe at home, the match gave us goals, and the safety on the double chance made the ticket feel mature. Cercle Brugge against FCV Dender was a Belgian Pro League builder with 1x and over 1.5. Cercle had the home protection, the game reached the goal line, and the slip turned green without needing to overcomplicate it. Leicester against Millwall was a gritty championship over 1.5 goals, and even though it was not a wild game, the 1-1 was enough. Sometimes the best wins are the simple ones that do the job and move on. Atletico Madrid B against Real Betis B was a Spanish Primera Federación goal spot. Over 1.5 goals, and the young sides gave us the kind of open game we expected. Development team football can bring energy, mistakes, and space, and this one delivered. Betis against Real Madrid was the void slip. Over 2 Asian goals landed exactly on 2, so no win, no loss, just the stake returned. That is why Asian lines matter. The game didn't punish us, it just pushed. First pick, Fiorentina versus Sassuolo, Italian Serie A. The play is over 1.5 goals. This has that classic Serie A mid-table edge. Fiorentina at home needing to control the tempo, Sassuolo dangerous enough to punish space, and both sides with enough attacking quality to make 1 goal feel like it should not be the end of the story. I like this as a clean opener because we do not need a shootout. We just need the game to breathe. Second pick, Torino versus Inter, Italian Serie A. The play is over 2 goals, Asian line. Inter bring the heavyweight energy, Torino bring the home resistance. That is the kind of setup where the favorite can force the match open, but the home side can still contribute. With the Asian over 2 goals gives us protection, and if this turns into the Inter tempo we know, 3 goals is very live. Third pick, Villarreal versus Celta Vigo, Spain La Liga. The play is over 1.5 goals. Villarreal at home usually means front foot football, and Celta are not the type of side I want to trust to sit quietly for 90 minutes. This one has movement, transition, and chances written all over it. 1 goal should pull the second one closer. Fourth pick, Borussia Dortmund versus Freiburg, German Bundesliga. The play is over 2 goals, Asian line. Dortmund at home is always a different type of pressure. That stadium turns every attack into momentum. Freiburg are organized, but they can still be dragged into open phases when Dortmund start flying down the channels. 2 goals gives us the push, 3 goals gives us the cash. Fifth pick, Granada versus Almeria, Spain, Segunda Division. The play is over 1.5 goals. This is a regional-style Spanish fight with urgency on both sides. Segunda games can be tight, but this matchup has enough attacking intent and enough defensive question marks to make 1.5 the smarter line. We are not asking for fireworks. We are asking for 2 moments. Sixth pick, Brommapojkarna versus Vasteras, Sweden, Allsvenskan. The play is over 1.5 goals. Early season Allsvenskan games can get loose because teams are still finding rhythm, and this one has the feel of a match where both sides believe they can hurt the other. The pick is simple: tempo, space, and 2 goals. Seventh pick, Molde FK versus Valerenga, Norway Eliteserien. This is a bet builder. Molde double chance, 1x, and over half a goal. Molde at home is the anchor. We are not asking them to win outright, just to avoid defeat, and we only need the game to produce 1 goal. In Norway, with Molde's home energy and Valerenga's ability to make matches uncomfortable, that combo fits the vibe perfectly. Eighth pick, KFUM Oslo versus Sarpsborg, Norway, Eliteserien. The play is over 1.5 goals. KFUM can be stubborn at home, Sarpsborg can bring pace and directness, and this league often rewards teams that attack early instead of waiting around. This feels like a game where both teams can create enough pressure for 2 goals to show up. Ninth pick, Lillestrom versus Bodo Glimt, Norway Eliteserien. The play is over 2 goals, Asian line. Bodo Glimt always bring that aggressive identity, high tempo, brave possession, and pressure that can turn games into waves. Lillestrom at home will not want to just sit and watch. 2 goals protects the stake, and if Glimt find rhythm, the 3rd goal is very realistic. 10th pick, HamKam versus Start, Norway Eliteserien. The play is over 1.5 goals. HamKam at home gives this one a physical edge, and Start need to show something going forward. It feels like one of those Norwegian fixtures where set pieces, second balls, and defensive mistakes matter. 2 goals is a reasonable ask. 11th pick, Aarhus GF versus Midtjylland, Denmark Superliga. The play is over 1.5 goals. Midtjylland bring quality, structure, and away threat, while AGF have the home pressure and enough attacking bite to make this competitive. Danish Superliga matches like this can turn tactical, but 1 goal changes the rhythm quickly. I like the over 1.5 because it respects the matchup without getting greedy. 12th pick, Bochum versus Greuther Furth, Germany 2, Bundesliga. The play is over 2 goals, Asian line. The 2. Bundesliga is built for these kinds of spots: energy, mistakes, fast counters, and teams that keep pushing even when the match gets messy. Bochum at home should create chances, and Furth have enough to respond. 2 goals gives us safety, 3 goals gets it done. 13th pick, Nurnberg versus Magdeburg, Germany 2, Bundesliga. The play is over 2 goals, Asian line. Magdeburg games can open up because they like to play, and Nurnberg at home will look to turn the crowd into pressure. This is not a pick based on perfection, it is based on volatility. The 2, Bundesliga gives us that volatility, and this line gives us protection. 14th pick, Basel versus FC Sion, Switzerland Super League. The play is over 1.5 goals. Basel have the home name and the pressure. Sion have enough fight to keep the match from being flat. Swiss Super League games can swing quickly, especially when one side gets forced out of shape. We only need 2 goals, and this matchup has enough edge for that. 15th pick, Young Boys versus St. Gallen, Switzerland Super League. The play is over 1.5 goals. This is one of the stronger attacking vibes on the card. Young Boys at home usually means chances, corners, and pressure. St. Gallen are not a passive opponent either, so this is a good spot to trust the safer goals line instead of reaching too high. 16th pick, Stabæk IF versus FK Haugesund, Norway First Division. The play is over 1.5 goals. Haugesund are carrying strong league energy. Stabæk at home still have enough quality to make this competitive, and this matchup has the feel of a game where 1 goal does not settle anything. The line is clean. 2 goals, and we move. 17th pick, Sandnes Ulf versus Strømsgodset, Norway First Division. The play is over 1.5 goals. Sandnes at home can make games awkward, and Strømsgodset bring enough attacking experience to put pressure on this defense. This is another Norway spot where the tempo, direct play, and defensive gaps make the over 1.5 attractive. 18th pick, Fredericia versus Odense BK, Denmark Superliga. The play is over 2 goals, Asian line. Odense are the stronger name in the matchup, but Fredericia at home can still push the pace. The reason I like the Asian over 2 is simple. If the game lands on exactly 2, we survive. If Odense's quality shows and Fredericia contribute even once, we have a real path to 3. 19th pick, FC Bochum versus Borussia Dortmund. 2. Germany Regional Liga West. The play is over 1.5 goals. Dortmund too have the young legs, the pace, and the attacking profile that can make lower league games explode. Bochum may be the underdog in the rhythm of the match, but at home they can still find chances. Regional Liga West can get wide open, and 2 goals is the right lane. 20th pick, SV Rodinghausen versus FC Schalke 042, Germany Regional Liga West. The play is over 1.5 goals. Schalke too have attacking quality. Rodinghausen are at home and need to compete, and this kind of matchup often brings space after the first goal. We keep it simple again. Over 1.5, let the young squads run, let the game open.